All right. So I've been sitting here trying to formulate my message, trying to get my thoughts together. And I've always wanted to talk to the kids, the teens, but I'm talking to moms and dads too. And because there's so much going on today that our focus is really off site. Once you become a parent, okay, there are no guidelines, there are no lessons that you can do beforehand that'll prepare you for parenthood, that'll prepare you to be a mother and a father. All a person can do is the best that they know how, but at the same time, you being an adult, you being a parent, that know-how grows. And when it grows, you take your parenting to another level. As your child grows, things change. It's almost like a relationship. When the relationship grows, things change. As people, we change, we evolve. We either go to the next level or we fall down and we look to be picked back up. Either way, whatever way it goes, things change. Being a parent, being a mother, being a father has to be your number one priority. Being a mother, being a father has to be your number one priority. I love my job. My job is great, but my first priority is my kids, my children, the people that God allowed me to bring life to experience the miracle of birth, to have them, to create them, to use my body as a vessel for this life, for these lives. I have 4 kids with these lives. So, being a parent, you set aside foolish things. It's okay to want to go out, to want to hang out and enjoy the company of adults. I do that often. I don't do it often, but I do want to go out and hang out with adults, not in a club setting. That's not my thing, but I do occasionally like to hang out with my friends. I went to New Orleans with my friends like 2 weeks ago. We enjoyed ourselves. We had a good time. It was actually the first time in 18 years that I have literally left my kids. Like the first time that I have successfully been able to leave my children and leave instructions for them and say, hey, you guys know how I feel. This is not me. So listen, I need y'all to follow instructions. I'm not going to be in the city, so I'm not going to be able to reach you immediately. If something happens, I need you to stay focused and do what I'm asking you to do so that you guys can be safe while I'm away. I was nervous as hell leaving my kids. Some parents don't care, but I was nervous as hell leaving my babies. Even though my oldest one is 18, I still do not see her fully as that 18-year-old young lady. And I tell her myself, Uncle Sam might say you're grown because you're 18, but I say you're not grown until you're at least 21 and until you are at least responsible enough to look at the whole picture and not me. I want. So, that being said, parenting does not come with a handbook, but we need you guys, mothers and fathers alike, to teach, reteach, educate, reiterate, emphasize, regroup, get it together, pull it together, contact resources. Don't be afraid to reach out to your friend or a family member that's there. That don't keep those negative thoughts in your head about what you're sure or unsure about doing with your kids. We need to push them to the next level. We need to teach them. We need to educate them. We're their history. We're their life. They need to know where they come from. They need to know their family history. You should know your family history. We need to know. And they need to know. And it's not, oh, that's the past or that's not important. That past is important. That is part of their history. It's important. They should know it. And you're the one who's going to have to teach it. So, that being said, mommies and daddies, let's keep the ball rolling. Don't drop the ball where our kids are concerned. because the educational system today is not what it was meant to be when little girls and men started to, little girls and little boys wanted back in the day, and what adults begin to teach us. It's not the same. It's not what it used to be. It's not what they intended it to be. Now it's more bureaucracy and papers and oh my gosh, your child needs to pass this test in order to say they're educated. That's not what education was. People learn differently. People do differently. If you cannot reach a person on their level and get them to understand what it is that you understand, because their mind thinks differently than yours, you're not effectively teaching them. So I urge parents to reach their kids on their levels. Know your child's level. Know what your child is capable of. Know what your child is not capable of. And be able to help them in those areas. And don't make it seem like it's a downfall because your child can't do something. My oldest child was not good in math. She sucked. Okay? She sucked. I knew this as a mother. And it was my job to get her a tutor, to get her help. At minimum, to get her past, to get her out of school, to get her to graduate. So it's okay to know where your child lacks and where your child is successful at, and to move forward from that. So with that being said, parents, let's get on our kids, not get on them, not whip them, not beat them. Let's talk to them. Let's have sessions with them. Let's communicate with them. Let's encourage them. Let's teach them what we know, as hard as that may seem. Turn the TV off. Throw it out. I only have one TV in my house. The other TV is dedicated to movies only. And I'm about to throw that one away. Because I don't care about the TV. Nobody is paying me $30 million to watch them. Nobody. Let's get to our kids. We had them. They didn't ask to be here. You decided to participate in the act which created the child. Let's take care of them. Let's do them. Let's help them. Let's lead them. Let's guide them. Let's teach them. Let's talk to them. Let's read with them. Let's read to them so they can hear how effectively you read, and then you can help them more effectively read. Let's teach them those words that are so hard for them to pronounce. We're their first teachers. We're their first guidance. We're their first everything. So, with that being said, parents, dads, moms, grandparents, whoever the parent is, aunt, uncle, take care of the kids. Put them first. If your actions or whatever it is that you have to do doesn't allow you to put your kids first, figure out how you can do that. Enjoy your day.